Congress President Sonia Gandhi ji, Pradhan Mantri Dr. Manmohan Singh ji, members of the Congress Working Committee, PCC presidents and chief ministers of states and Rajasthan, AICC members, delegates of the Chintan Shivir, friends, I'd like to welcome all of you here and thank you so much for all the support you have shown me. There are a lot of our workers who are not here today. I would like to also thank them for the work they do, for the blood and sweat that they give this party. Before I begin, I would like to state that this is a huge honor for me. Over the last 8 years, this party has taught me a tremendous amount. I have learned from the senior leaders and the youngsters of this party, and I want to thank all of you. Thank all of you with the bottom of my heart for all the help and direction you have given me. There are people in South India who would like me to speak in English, and there are people in North India who would like me to speak in Hindi. And as is the tradition, I will speak in English and then I will speak in Hindi. In 1947, India was liberated, not by arms, but by unleashing the voice of our people. Other countries fought violently, other countries fought with weapons, other countries fought with death. India fought with non-violence and with voice. Everybody told us that it cannot be done. Everybody told us that if you want to get rid of the British, you have to use violence. And the Congress party said, no, we are not going to use violence. We are going to use non-violence. And we defeated the biggest empire of its time. And we sent them home. This was the energy behind our freedom movement. Voices, millions and millions of our voices. Gandhiji's successors, led by Jawaharlal Nehru, freed the voice of every Indian by ensuring that democracy became the bedrock of our constitution. Relentlessly championing the voice of every Indian will always be the essence of the Congress party. And not an Indian of one caste or one religion. I would like to repeat it. Every single Indian is going to be supported by the Congress party. No matter where he is, no matter who he is, if he is Indian, we work for him. Let's look at the last 60 years of India's successes. They have all come when we gave our people voice. The Green Revolution restored the voice of the farmer. Bank nationalization restored the voice of the poor in the market for credit. The IT and telecom revolution literally gave people voice, millions of people voice. And if you have a cell phone in your pocket today, it is a result of that revolution. And it's an honor that Manmohan Singh ji is sitting here because he spearheaded another revolution. In 1991, he unleashed the voice of thousands in the field of entrepreneurship and changed this country forever. The UPA government has followed Gandhiji's model. It has created platforms for those denied their voice in the political system. For the first time in our history, our people have been guaranteed their basic rights, social and economic rights. The food bill will ensure that no mother sees her child go hungry at night. The RTI allows every single Indian to personally take on the battle against corruption. Manrega has given millions of Indians pride in their work. And the right to education enables every child to aspire to greatness. All of these radical innovations were possible only because of the growth provided by the Congress Party and the UPA. But there are many challenges ahead. The voices of 1 billion Indians are today telling us that they want a greater say in government, in politics and administration. They are telling us that the course of their lives cannot be decided by a handful of people behind closed doors who are not fully accountable to them. They are telling us that India's governmental system is stuck in the past. It has become a system that robs people of their voice, a system that disempowers instead of empowering. But why are we in this situation? Why is it, I ask you, that our ministries do the work of panchayats? Why does the Supreme Court handle the load of the lower houses of justice? Why does the chief minister need to appoint a teacher? Why are vice chancellors chosen by people who are far removed from the education system? No matter what state you look at, no matter which political party you look at, why do a handful of people control the entire political space? Power is grossly centralized in our country. We only empower people at the top of a system. We don't believe in empowering people all the way to the bottom. Every single day, I meet people who have tremendous understanding, deep insight, and no voice. And all of us meet them. They're everywhere. But almost always, they are kept outside our system. No one can hear their voice. No matter how much they try to speak, no one listens. And then I meet people holding high positions with tremendous voice, but with no understanding of the issues at hand. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? It happens because we don't respect knowledge. We respect position. And it doesn't matter how much wisdom you have. If you do not have a position, you mean nothing. This is the tragedy of India. Why is our youth angry? Why are they out on the street? They're angry because they're alienated. They're excluded from the political class. They watch from the sidelines as the powerful drive around in their lal battis. Why are women suffering? Because their voice has been trampled upon by people with arbitrary power over their lives. Why are the poor confined to powerlessness and poverty? Because decisions regarding their lives and the services they need are taken by people far away, answerable to them only in theory. Until we start to respect and empower people for their knowledge and understanding, we can't change anything in this country. All our public systems, administration, justice, education, political systems, all of them are designed to keep people with knowledge out. They're all closed systems. Their design promotes mediocrity, and mediocrity dominates. Mediocrity dominates discussion, while the voices of insight and thought are crushed by the loudness of those who possess neither understanding nor compassion. Success in these systems does not come through building. It comes by excluding. It comes not by pushing people forward, but by holding people back. Every day, initiative is killed to maintain the status quo. We do not praise our colleagues or look at their strengths. And all of us, every single one of us does it. We won't praise other people. We'll ask them, Bhaiya, what is your weakness? We only look at ways to neutralize them. And every single day, all of us are faced with the hypocrisy of this system. We all see it. Sabko dikhta hai. And then we pretend that it's not there. We pretend it's not there. People who are corrupt stand up and talk about eradicating corruption. People who are corrupt talk about eradicating corruption. And then people who disrespect women every day over their life talk about women's rights. Until we start to respect and empower people for their knowledge, for their understanding, we are never going to change this country. We need the Aam Aadmi to participate in our politics, because even as I speak, their future is being decided in closed rooms. There is a young and impatient India, and it is demanding a greater voice in the nation's future. Let me tell you that they are not going to watch silently. They are not going to watch silently. Our priorities are clear. The time has come to question the centralized, unresponsive and unaccountable systems of decision-making in governance, administration and politics. The answer, a lot of people say, we need to run these systems better. The answer is not in running these systems better. The answer is to completely transform these systems. We have to rethink these systems and we have to transform them completely. Yet, I am optimistic. I'm not pessimistic. I'm very optimistic. And I'm going to tell you why I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic because we have already put the building blocks of this revolution in place. And to a big degree, I would like to thank the Congress President, the Prime Minister, and the Congress Party for putting these building blocks in place. Let me tell you what these building blocks are. First of all, India is more connected today than it has ever been. We have the networks of roads, information, communication, people, and media for new ideas to emerge, for them to develop and take flight. It is no longer possible to limit an idea whose time has come.